if it's the Timberwolves versus OKC, who do you have winning that series and why?
If it's Timberwolves and OKC, I'm going Timberwolves.
Okay.
I'm going Timberwolves because from what I've seen,
Okay.
their role players have been playing better. Point blank, period. They just been playing better. They've been more consistent. They've been more efficient, and that's pretty much really all it boils down. Like I can't. Sometimes I'm watching OKC. I'm like, okay, are these dudes going to show up tonight? Like that. That's terrible, especially for of a historic like offense and all that stuff that they
Historic
have.
defense.
Yeah, that too. Like the historic numbers and analytics they put up this year, it shouldn't be a question whether these dudes will show up. But you have to ask that question. I feel like the Timberwolves have gotten more contributions out of their role players and stuff. And I feel like that's what's going to be the deciding factor in the potential series. So I'd go Timberwolves, honestly. And besides
Wow.
Timberwolves, they've been in the conference finals before. They was
Yeah.
so yeah, I'd go Timberwolves.
Wow. You have Timberwolves versus OKC. I disagree. I disagree respectfully. I think
Oh, that's fine.
my thing
I
with
want to
the
hear your reasoning. I
Timberwolves,
want to hear your reasoning.
my thing with the Timberwolves is that as good as they've been, this is going to be the first series where they're actually facing a team with actual size. Yeah,
I did factor that in. I was like, hey, dang, this would be like the best
Gobert
team they would be playing.
Gobert is not going to be as important this series compared to the other ones because those other teams didn't have any size. They didn't have any good quality bigs that they can play on a consistent basis. While when you look at OKC, you have Hartenstein, you have Chet Holmgren, you have Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams on the bench. It's going to be a lot different.
That's
Ant's
a
not
good
going to
point.
have the same. He's not going to have the same drives to the lane like he did with the Golden State Warriors, like he
And
did
this
against the
would be
Lakers.
the OKC has multiple perimeter defenders they could just throw at him.
Right. Lou Dort. You can even do Shea at times. You can even
Caruso.
Casey
Yeah,
Wallace, Caruso. I'm just saying,
that is true.
it ain't gonna be easy.
Maybe I should reconsider.
It ain't gonna be easy for Minnesota and what they want to do. And then when I look at OKC, yeah, you could say, well, yeah, Minnesota, they got Jaden McDaniels, they have Nas Reed, he's a pretty decent defender, and he can do a lot of different things as a perimeter and as an interior defender. But I just think with OKC, their defense and their athleticism, they can match up with the Timberwolves because they're also very athletic. They also have a lot of size, and I believe they have a lot more depth than the Timberwolves because they go 1 through 10, while the Timberwolves they'll go maybe 1 through 8 or something. That you
Do
have
you
your Nas
know the
Reed and Johnson.
Thunder's
So
record against playoff teams?
I do not know the record.
I believe last time I checked, this could be slight misinformation, but if it is, it's not on purpose. I believe it was 14-16.
And this is the past 2 years, or is this just
No,
a
this was this
season?
year. It was
Oh,
this year.
this year, 14 and
Yeah.
16.
I believe because they went against the Lakers. I believe they were 2-3. Maybe it was the last 2 years. I don't know, but
Yeah, I
it's
think
not.
you probably. I think it is. I think it is the
Might be the
past two
last 2 years,
years.
but it's
It
not.
is
It's not
like
great. It's not great.
no,
They
no, no
definitely
doubt.
got a lot of they was beating up on subpar competition.
And just to repeat, this is
I
the
believe this is
Timberwolves.
including playoffs as well.
This is what is this? OKC or the Timberwolves? As you
OKC,
want
OKC.
OKC. So again, like
Let me look it up.
last year you got to remember that they didn't have Caruso and they didn't have Hartenstein. This year they have that depth with Hartenstein and with Caruso that has really helped them tremendously on the defensive end. They were already a good defensive team, but with them now they become a historically good defensive team, and they also can add a little bit of offensive firepower as well. Hartenstein, he has that hook shot. Caruso, he can shoot them threes. He could drive to the lane a little bit like that. I just think that OKC has too many guys that they can go to on a defensive end and offensively, despite the fact that Jalen Williams, his offensive outpoints at times can be very inconsistent and he can be underwhelming. I just like OKC's versatility on offense and on defense. While with Minnesota, I spoke about Ant. What about Julius Randle? Julius Randle also has taken advantage tremendously against undersized teams. So now when you're going up against a team that's not undersized, that have a bunch of bigs that can match up against Randle's physicality, it's going to be very difficult for Randle as well. And Jaden McDaniels. So I like the Thunder in this scenario. They just have too many dudes, too many ways to match up with Minnesota in this matchup. So I like OKC in this matchup. I'll go. Oh, man, this is tough. If I believe what I believe is going to
They
happen,
said the Thunder were
I'll go
8-8,
six.
6